cards to get that, by the way. This is a 75-inch TV. Wait, no, this is the 85-inch TV that we have for you here on the set.
Look.
From Samsung, brand new, our big deal, new model to us here at QVC. Do you want to watch your favorite new movie, aka Wicked, on the big screen at home with your own Farmer John's popcorn popping in the background, sitting on the couch with your Berkshire Throw? We're going to give it to you today with Samsung. Now, this is the 2025 Q7F. That's the name of this model that you're seeing over here.
So
but what you're going to see more than anything is all of the color, all of the crispness, edge-to-edge picture with the smallest bezel that I've ever seen on a large TV. And today we have it for you at a big deal price. Now, we've got lots of sizes for you, 5 easy monthly payments, and we have free shipping no matter where you are in America. We can send to you anywhere from the 43-inch all the way to the 85-inch. Now, Allie, this one over here is the 65-inch TV. You could see.
It's going to be a great upgrade.
Yeah, this is what I have hanging over my fireplace in my family room.
Oh, sure.
Right, a 65-inch TV. Many of you start over here, but here's what we have. If you want a 43-inch, that's coming home for $389.98. By the way, it's a smart TV. Your easy pay is $78. I have 3 dozen. If you want the 50-inch television that you're seeing on your screen, we have 7. Your easy pay is $86 for that. Today we have it for you at a price of $429.98. If you want the 55-inch, that's $479.98. We only have how many? 3 dozen, and the easy pay is $96. The 65-inch, again, which we have on the set, is $589.98. It's already very popular. I only have 6 dozen remaining, and your easy pay is just $118. The 75-inch, now that's a crazy steal of a deal today.
Yeah.
It's only $889.98, but I have 6 dozen to go around. $178 gets that home. And if you want the 85-inch, that's the biggest one that we offer. We have fewer than 6 dozen to go around. Your easy pay is just $298.
With the way that they're designed these days, you know, versus like the old tube, I always say go as big as you can, whether it's that you could physically fit or for your budget, go as big as you can. Because they're so thin, I mean, it is so impressive. My husband put an 85-inch in his office.
Oh my gosh, that's awesome.
And I was like, oh, this is amazing.
This is the best thing ever.
I want it in our living room.
You will never regret going bigger with your TV.
Especially with a picture like this.
So let's bring in Brett Hamilton to talk to us all about it, because Samsung is the brand that I use in my entire, my house, all the TVs are Samsung.
Really reputable brand.
Mom and Dad, all their TVs are Samsung. Same thing with my brother. But let's bring in Brett Hamilton to talk to us all about this ultra thin, beautiful screen. How are you, Brett?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm on vacation with my family, and when I was doing my packing list, I was like, toothbrush, boxers, 65-inch Samsung TV, mini TV studio. Will this all fit on the roof? Hey, listen, when we were growing up, TVs were gigantic, right? They were like the size of a washer or a dryer. And the guys at Samsung always joke now that big screens are smaller, and they don't mean the screen size itself. What they mean is the footprint, like you guys were just mentioning. You can go as big as you want. If you physically have some room for it on the counter, on the credenza, whatever you put it on, you don't have to worry about what's behind it. They're not big, they're not boxy, and these aren't smart TVs. I call them brilliant TVs because Samsung has come up with their own version of AI, Alberti and Ali, and it's called Samsung Vision AI. And what it does is, not to bore you with the text speak or whatever, is it analyzes what you're watching and it makes it look as good as it possibly can so that you guys don't have to do anything with this very simple remote. It's smart enough to say the blue should look blue, the green should have all these different bits of contrast and color and stuff like that. And then you can just sit back and enjoy instead of worrying about how to figure it all out.
Wow.
That's amazing.
Yeah, I didn't even know that was built
into
this.
And that could be for your favorite movie that you've watched 100 times that now you stream on your brand new TV. It's going to look different. Imagine game day on a TV like this. It totally changes the kind of theater and entertainment experience at home.
And by the way, the viewing angle on a Samsung TV or on this TV in particular, you can see it from every angle in the room.
Here.
The colors are vibrant. They literally jump off the screen. It's super, super crisp. And Brett, one of the reasons why I love my Samsung TV is because it is still a smart TV. All the apps are either downloadable or they're already built in. I've got my YouTube, my Hulu, I've got my QVC Plus app, streaming app there. All of them are built right in. And you could show us that interface right there. Yeah,
Yeah, I'm going to step out. You can, well, like actually both my cameras look pretty much the same. But yeah, you've got Netflix and you download QVC and Disney and all that other stuff. But I think a lot of people say, well, if I'm going to get a TV this big and I'm making the investment, I want to be able to watch whatever I want to watch, whether it's on cable, whether it's on a streaming service, whether it's coming from satellite, whatever it might be. But the one problem that we haven't been able to solve, and this is not on Samsung or any other TV maker, is how do I get that cable bill to be a little bit more manageable? Well, what if you could get 400 channels of cable TV, we'll call it cable TV, broadcast TV, built into your television, 400 and growing, because there's something called Samsung TV Plus, as you see right here. And what does that do? Well, what it does is it puts essentially what I call a cable guide inside your TV.
Oh,
and
wow.
all of these channels and all of these categories, guys, are free. All you have to do is connect your television to the internet, which you do with a smart TV anyway, because it's always getting smarter. It's always getting more information. It's always learning and being more productive. But QVC and HSN are two of the free channels that are in here. But as you look to the left here, you'll see we've got news, we have movies, we have action, drama, reality,
neat.
cook
That is
shows,
awesome.
sports, comedy, and all of this content comes with the television. And as time goes on, because I think when I first started showing you guys Samsung TVs, there were closer to like 250 channels. So in less than a year, I feel like they've almost doubled the amount of content
That's
that you're
cool.
getting to go along with everything else that you're using your TV for anyway.
You know, it's interesting. For 4th of July, we always have big sales on appliances and things like that. For holidays, we bring you big sales. For our birthday, we're bringing you a big deal, big sale on a Samsung TV.
That's a big TV.
Yeah.
Now, here's what's going on. We are really busy with this. A lot of you have been purchasing this. Check out of your shopping cart because this is the lowest price that we've had on this brand new to QVC model. We've never presented this model before. Today we have it for you. Prices go from $389.99 to $1489.98. I can read them out for you and we can show you all the different sizes that we have again. But right here on the set, this is the 65-inch just for reference.
Yep.
If we walk over here, this is
one.
the 85-inch television. So maybe you're thinking to yourself like, okay, go big or go home, right?
That's amazing.
It's so great.
It's like so immersive.
Yeah,
This
really.
size.
And you know, I said it a little bit earlier, you never regret going bigger with your television.
Yes.
You really don't.
When my husband and I first got married in our little studio apartment, we fought over what size TV. We got a 55-inch, and I was like, oh, we should have gone bigger. Because I thought 55, that's huge,
yeah?
right? Until I saw it in the room and I was like, oh, we could have gone to like
Yeah.
a 65. So at a sale price like this, you may not have woken up this morning and thinking, you know what, I'm gonna get a new TV. But does your TV have the technology that's behind Samsung? The size, the sleek design, that immersive picture.
Yeah.
So let's help you pick out your size so you can order.
Exactly, and I want to remind you, 5 easy monthly payments on these televisions, as well as everything at QVC, plus you get free shipping. Now, it's also customer top rated. Let's show you the different sizes. The 43-inch, that's coming home for $389.98 or a $78 easy pay. I have 2 dozen, 12 for the whole country.
Wow.
If you want the 50-inch, oh, it's sold out. If you want the 55-inch, we have 2 dozen remaining at a $96 easy pay. It's less than 480 bucks. The 65-inch is always very popular. Fewer than 6 dozen. It's less than $590 or a $118 easy pay. Now your 75-inch, this is, if you
That's
ask
a
me,
sweet spot.
this is the deal of all the TVs because
Yep.
it's only $889 and we only and the easy pay is $178, but we have fewer than 6 dozen to go around there.
Ooh.
And if you want the 85-inch, we have fewer than 6 dozen here as well. Now, this has been very, very popular. If you want that 85-inch, don't wait. Here's what I'll tell you. I love a brand new TV, but you know what I won't do? I won't love putting this in the back of my car because it won't fit, right? And I
Yeah.
wouldn't
Yeah.
love paying somebody to bring this to my house.
Right.
This is delivered to your door for free. And again, you know, Brett, Samsung, from my perspective, it's like the leader in televisions.
They are the number one, and for the last 19 years, been the number one global TV brand. And,
Wow.
and in all the years I've been at QVC, which I think is 17 now, I've never been able to say that somebody's been number one for more than a handful of years. I mean, imagine winning the championship in football, baseball, whatever, 19 years in a row. Well, with electronics and the way that they're constantly changing and constantly upgrading, I was thinking to myself, okay, they're going to put out a new model. How can they possibly make this experience any better than it was before? And one of the ways that they've done that, and for many of you, you'll never use this feature, but I think this is super cool. We hang TVs on our wall, and when we're not using them, they're just big black box, right? It just sits there with an empty screen. There's an art feature, and I went and I put a virtual mat, a nice white mat around this classic here, and you can go inside here and either get the free art, or for $5 a month, you can have access to thousands of classics.
Wait, that
and you can
actually
put them on
looks
as almost
like
a screensaver.
I thought he moved. Hold on, Brett.
That
I thought
looks-
you
What's
moved,
that?
by the way,
It
to a
looks
different.
like there's a shadow, like everything.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know there's
You could say
TV
those-
brands that
yeah, I'm
do
sorry.
that, and they are
Yeah.
twice, I mean, 3 times
Oh,
as
yeah.
much of a cost to have that feature.
Wow. So Brett,
Isn't that insane?
Yeah. Show us.
That's
show us.
so cool.
Now go back to the television, right? Go back to like
Yeah.
any other content. Look at this.
Yeah. And then, okay, so this
Wow.
is back to the art, but I want to show you guys how easy this device is to maneuver. There's a home
That is
screen right
so
here.
cool.
And on the home screen is everything that we've been talking about, Netflix and all the other good stuff. And of course, we have the videos that we've been playing. But movies, essentially, as soon as they either hit the theater or leave the theater, and I know you guys have been talking about Wicked, you don't have to sit in the theater anymore. If you're like me, I don't dig going to the movie theater as much as I used to. Too people-y. I don't want to be in the same chair.
so
like,
expensive.
why is that
Yeah,
armrest
it's so
greasy?
expensive.
Is that
You're
from
right.
the butter, or is that, I don't know, from whatever it is? So now you have that experience where 8 o'clock at night, you want to see a movie that just left the theater, and you're like, it's here. You know, it used to be years ago, we had to wait for it to come out on Blu-ray or DVD or go way back to VHS. But I think more than anything else, and you can see whether it's the TVs in the studio or the ones that I have here, the picture quality on this thing is because of something called quantum dot technology. In 30 seconds, I'll nerd out for a second. There's a bunch of little mini pixels. They're called nanopixels inside this TV. They're sandwiched between the glass and the back. And when they get hit with light, depending on the side of the picture, they give you more than a billion color variations. I can't name 50 colors if my life depended on it, right? Billion different shades.
Wow.
Because when we were growing up, if you watched a baseball game, football game, US Open, the grass was green, and it was green, the same shade of green everywhere you looked, whether it was on the fairway, whether it was, you know, for a putt, whatever it might be. Now, because of all those billion color variations, it looks like you're looking out the window. It looks like you're sitting in the stands. It looks like you're part of the action. And that, for me, is the most important part. Like, all the smart features are cool, but in the end, this picture better look good. You're making an investment. And this is a TV that's going to stay with you, you know, for a good long time. So you want the picture quality. I mean, even with the food, right? I mean, how tough is it? We all know, working in this industry, it's tough to make food look good on TV. Even it can look brilliant right in front of you, but with lighting and all that other stuff, and as you look at this, you go, man, I'm ready for a taco, and it's only 11 o'clock in the morning. So the whole idea of this being done for you with this Samsung Vision AI means you don't have to do anything with the remote. Turn it on, it'll analyze what you're watching, and it will make it look as good as it possibly can.
You know what I've been doing a lot of lately, and my parents have been doing this as well, is like I'll go on YouTube, which, by the way, you can just have right on here, and you can just stream right away.
Yeah.
And I'll visit any country. Right?
Oh, sure.
And you go through these like drone visits of these countries, and you actually feel like you went on vacation and you saw all the sights. You can see everything in the most bright, beautiful, perfect day. By the way, never a rainy day on a drone video.
Oh, I love that. Yeah, right?
Exactly. Like you're seeing here. And my parents have been doing this a lot lately. So
Yeah.
here's the thing. If you want that immersive, submersive experience, right? The
Right.
one where you literally feel like you're there. This is going to give it to you. Whether it's the 85, the 75, the 65, all the way down to the 43-inch television, today we have it for you at a big deal price, the lowest price that we've had on a model that you've been in love with. Now, I've got some updates for you because we already sold out of the 50-inch television. If you want the 43-inch, we are last call. Remember, that Easy Pay is only $78. The 50 has sold out, so I want to remind you of that. If you want the 55-inch, we are last call, and that Easy Pay is $96. If you want the 65-inch, we have 4 dozen remaining. That's very popular. That's $589 for a 65-inch TV. Wow. If you want the 75-inch, at $889.98, we have fewer than 5 dozen to go around. And if you want the 85-inch, we have just about 5 dozen remaining on that, and your Easy Pay is less than $300. Thin profile, can hang on the wall. By the way, Brett, I wanna just also you know, kind of call out the fact that you can see how thin it is, but also we've got 3 different HDMI ports in the back, right? So we've got like a lot of great like plugins here.
Yeah, there's plenty of connectivity, whether you're plugging in a gaming system, if you've still got some old school Blu-ray, whatever it might be. But the other thing I wanted to mention about the shape and the body of this one, for the first time that I'm aware of, Samsung has given you the option to put those feet that come with it super close together, like I think we have on our 65-inch TV.